Oh, hey, Scott, my favorite part of the show. We call it house call.
Favorite.
Yeah, this is my favorite part of the show because we get feedback. We call this segment house calls. This is where we revisit someone that called us in the past to see whether the advice that we gave was worth the time and energy.
Yep. And last November, we spoke with Tim and Rita. They're not Allworth clients, but at the time, Tim and Rita had a differences of opinion on how they're going to handle their well-funded health savings account. So here's a clip from that original call.
Rita wants to leave the money in the accounts and grow it tax-free and take out a big lump sum later at a later date. And I want to take it out yearly to pay for Medicare, Part D, deductibles, meds.
How old are you?
71.
69.
Okay. And when you say big lump sum, everything's relative.
Let me take a step back. My guess is that whichever path you take is not going to have any impact on your lifestyle the rest of your lives. Maybe I'm wrong, but so part of it is.
Why? Because the fact that their HSA is so overfunded, it probably means the rest of it is overfunded.
That would be my guess. Yeah. So tell us about your financial. You're 71 and 69.
So how much is in the HSA?
About $309,000.
Okay. And what else do we have?
We have $1.9 million in our brokerage account. We have Rita has $1.1 million in her IRA. I have $5 million. Rita has $820,000 in an inherited IRA. I have $514,000 in my Roth. Rita has $141,000. We got about $40,000 in the bank. Our home's paid for in Indiana. We have a condo in San Diego, which we owe $250,000 on. And Rita's got some farmland in Illinois.
And have you guys been married for a long time, or is this a second marriage?
No, we've been married for 45 years.
So about $7 million in qualified money, both Roth
and how many children do you guys have?
4.
Are you gifting?
It's 529.
Your estate today, should you die today, what happens to that? If you both get killed in an accident today, what happens to your assets?
We have a trust, and it goes to our children, 25, 25, 25,
Okay.
25.
Okay. And tell us the idea behind not taking the money out and taking it out in a lump sum. So Rita advocates for taking it out in a lump sum at a later date, and you're advocating it actually using it to pay for medical expenses, correct?
Correct.
All right.
What happens when you die with an HSA, Pat?
It becomes a complete taxable event.
That's what I thought. Immediately?
Immediately. It goes to the beneficiary, and then it becomes a taxable event, which is – so this is why you want to use that up for medical expenses now, right?
Okay.
Is because if you die, it becomes a taxable event. If you use it while you're living, it is not a taxable event. It actually goes – you're paying for that medical care tax-free. So
now,
in a perfect scenario, what's that, Scott?
Had you said your estate is 20% for each of the 4 kids, and then the remainder goes to some nonprofits, we might say, well, let's just have the nonprofit be the beneficiary of this HSA and continue to let it grow.
And at that point in time, it wouldn't matter whether it was the HSA or an IRA.
Then we would say, let's look at the rest of the stuff. Yes.
Right.
But this is probably the worst asset to inherit.
Thank you.
Because at least an IRA, you can spread it out over 10 years. The taxable, you have to distribute it over 10 years. A beneficiary would. A non-spouse beneficiary would.
So you want to use, in a perfect scenario, that HSA is completely used up by the day you die. And as it pains me to say this, Rita, Tim is right.
We do have a charitable trust, though, so we can put...
I guess you have me thinking about something else, and when you talk about it going to a charity, or can we send it to multiple charities?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this
Yes.
is where it all starts getting a little complicated, right? Like sometimes something seems easy. It's funny. I read an article the other day about Roth conversions, and
Why you shouldn't do them?
no, it basically said, I don't even remember. It was some academics did the study, but it was everything was in a silo.
Yeah.
It's like that's the only thing they had in their life, and then what's the point? Like, I thought the article was a waste of time, and
Yeah, and
people
Roth conversions oftentimes depend on what the tax the tax rate of the beneficiaries are. So tell us about the charitable trust.
It's just a charitable trust through Vanguard.
okay, they're donor advised fund.
They're donor advised funds.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
using that money out of the donor advised funds to actually make gifts?
Yes.
You are. Okay.
Yes.
Because I've seen people stock donor advised funds full of money and not actually use it.
And you could structure the donor advised funds. You can say, hey, Vanguard, I would like, when I die, if you allocated some portion of your estate to that, you could say, distribute this over the next 5 years to these charities, or the next 10 years to these charities. Or you could have a combination like that, and then you could say, I would like my 4 children or one of my children to decide how these dollars go to which nonprofits. It's almost like it's.
Right.
I mean, I use a donor advised fund. Like setting up a family foundation. There is a few reasons to do it, but there's a gazillion reasons why you'd want to use a donor advised fund.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I mean,
number one is I've sat on many a board.
simplicity.
Number one is I've sat on many a board where we actually just search the local tax. We search because it's all public information to see who has money.
Of
then we
course.
go to them and ask
Yeah.
them for money for the
anyone,
charity.
anyone in the community know this guy or this gal?
Yeah, and then we go and ask them for money. So your HSA, you should start using it now.
Well,
Okay.
Why?
yeah, I would.
69.71. What's the downside? What's the downside that they end up using some of the money for IRAs for medical care? There's no.
It's such a rounding error. It's not even a rounding error. I mean, it's.
But if an 100%
I would
tax
probably-
efficient.
yeah.
See, you want to use
So
that
I'm
HSA.
59, and have the same exact mindset you guys have had. Putting money, maximizing my HSA, investing in the HSA, and literally this year, I'm starting to question like, at what point do I need to start spending these dollars and stop contributing? I'll contribute because of the tax, but at what point do I need to start spending these dollars because I don't want to accumulate a large amount and end up dying with it?
And the HSA is invested in equities, I assume.
It was until recently. I have a lot of mine in the money market now.
Okay, perfect. That was my next recommendation is to start moving it away from. And I would encourage you to I assume you're spending everything you want. When you fly from Indianapolis to San Diego, do you fly first class?
We drive.
Okay, nice, good. When you fly, do you fly first class?
Well, once we have.
Okay.
We listened to you, so we finally bought a first class ticket. Yes, but we only bid up on it when they came up for the bidding part. So
Okay. I don't
That's
know
why
what
they have the money, Pat.
I understand, but
That is why they have the money.
But they've increased their lifestyle since they.
There's no way you can spend all this money in your lifestyle.
That's right.
In your lifetime.
That's right.
That's right.
They don't have the ability to. But I would encourage you to fly first class. You know why? When your beneficiaries get that money, they probably will. Right? I mean, you worked. Think about it. When you entered medical school, you guys were poor as church mice. My guess,
Yeah.
right?
Poor.
Poor.
So, you've changed your habits since there. You never imagined you'd own a house in San Diego, I guess. When you started your practice, my guess was you never imagined I would have a second home in San Diego, right?
No.
So you are capable of changing some of your habits, right? And if it makes you happy to fly first class or eat in a nicer restaurant or stay in a nicer room, the things that you consume, you have the permission. You should give yourself the permission to do that. That's the reality. And it's
Rita can change her habits. I'm always going to live like a resident.
okay. Hey, Tim and Rita, thanks for joining us. We appreciate the call. And we wanted to follow up and see, did we resolve this
Yes.
conflict at all?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Who won?
Oh, Tim, and you guys did, yes.
No, so what after, because oftentimes it's like a lot of calls, you call on one specific thing and then other
It
things
leads to other things. So, what changed in your financial world as a result of this conversation that we had?
Well, we took the money out of our health savings account, and
Not all of
then
it, correct?
not all of it, just what we could. We started.
Okay,
We just started with
okay.
like 1 year of withdrawals that we had accumulated
Got it.
through.
And I'm going to have full disclosure here. Your call got me thinking about my own HSA because I had never taken a dime out, just like you guys. I'd invested in equities. I don't know, I've had it 20 years, however long I've been doing my health savings account, never spent a dime. And after your call, I started thinking about, and I started running some numbers. I'm like, this could be a problem. I might have too much in my health savings account. And so in January, I got a debit card to my health savings account and have been using that for any medical expenses I've had thus far in 2026 and plan to use as much as I can. But yeah.
And on your debit card, do you use it for? Is it work for over-the-counter medicines? And
There are some, there are some over-the-counter medicines. You can get really detailed about it, and there's websites you can go to you can capture each receipt. If you want to, like, the way I'm looking at this, if I get audited and they want to spend time on my HSA, spend as much time as you'd like.
that's right. It's a good day.
That's where we're going. So, from the way I look at, like, just all the major stuff, any prescriptions, pay for that with prescriptions. But if I'm at the grocery store and I'm throwing in a bottle of Advil with my shopping, I'm not going to take the time to say, here's my $4 of Advil or whatever. Technically, you could.
How often do you go to the grocery store and go shopping? That's the question. Often?
Well, what do you mean? Yeah, I go every few weeks or whatever to the grocery store.
You and your wife trade off, or?
I get a list.
Okay, Tim and Rita. Tim and Rita, did you get a debit card with your HSA?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
simple.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Any other changes based on this?
No.
Are you actually, have you bought any plane tickets recently?
No, we're in California though, but we drove here, so.
Okay. All right. Well,
All right, well, enjoy.
go out to George. You're down in San Diego. Like, go to George's at the top of the cove or
Okay,
somewhere.
here we
just
go.
like that.
Pat
I only know that
San
because my
Diego.
friend waited tables there. I can go to fancy places like that.
That's right, your friend. I wish you guys well. Thanks for joining us today.